Hi, I'm Patrick, and in this video, I'm starting out here in Leon with concrete centerings headed for roads. But this is actually going to be a Halloween special episode because later on we're going to be hauling some Halloween treats somewhere in Greece. I don't know where yet. Okay, let's get started. You have to be careful. The AI traffic comes around that corner right there like they're crazy people. You may be wondering why I don't have any Halloween goods on my trailer. Why do I have concrete centerings? Well, there's a reason for that. This is a Halloween special episode, though. My plan was to get a Halloween cargo leaving here, but I couldn't find one, so this is an interesting intersection. I go straight, so I'll go straight. So instead of a Halloween cargo, I'm starting off with a short trip, and we can't really go by the 830 kilometers on the route advisor because this trip is almost entirely going to be by ferry. First, I'm taking a ferry up to Athens, and then from Athens down to Rhodes. My hope is when I get to Rhodes, I'll be able to find some kind of Halloween goods that need to be transported to another city here in Greece. If I can't find anything taking Halloween goods to a city here in Greece, I may just go to Brackenreach again. Of course, that would be the first time here in ETS2. The question I immediately ask myself is, why is there no ferry going straight from here to Rhodes? And the only thing I can think of is it's probably because I have to take a ferry big enough to accommodate the tractor and trailer. Did I change lanes? Are there lanes? I'm not sure. There's arrows on the GPS saying to get left. For some reason, I was thinking I was supposed to go over there to that gate, but definitely supposed to come to this one. Okay, there's only one ferry, so it's less likely that I'll take the wrong one. Whoa, that was a bump. Oh, listen to the horn. Yeah, that's fun. Okay. Eric Leon to... Okay. I'm just going to go there. Basically, it's the port south of Greece, south of Athens. And I'm now at 11 out of 12 on the Odyssey Voyager. And I can't resist. And as I usually do, I want to pull in over here and sleep through the night so that I can finish this job in daylight. Okay, so I took care of the photo opportunity and cutscene, and now I'm back here and getting on the next ferry out of town, going to Rhodes. Okay, and we have to make sure we go to the right place. Rhodes. Where we're going to Rhodes. That was a terrible joke. Oh, and it's nighttime again. I slept for nothing. But I got that Steam achievement. You know, we're going to make this delivery at night, whether I wanted to or not. And they really need to flatten out their ferry exits. I seem to be slightly stuck. I'm pretty sure the wheels of the trailer were stuck on the same bump that I bounced on back there. And now I know what GPS had me going the other way for. Of course, there's nothing coming from the right because that was a one-way street, which I should have known, but I didn't. You know, I wouldn't have seen this at nighttime. I mean, in daytime. But the way everything is lit up, like those houses on the hill over there, and that building right there is lit up. It looks really good. I'm guessing no U-turns. Yeah, that yellow van there was really trying to stop me from being able to change lanes. I guess they never heard of a zipper merge. Don't worry, neither is the law in most states. I'm convinced that zipper merges is a figment of the internet's imagination. Now, this is a new pathway for me. Okay, that was kind of a hard hill to climb, but I'm here now, so let's see where to park. We'll take the easy way. Okay, let's see what we get. Okay, I'm going to have to go back and see how much I paid in ferry bills and compare it to the $4,000 for 4,000 euros that I got for the job. Well, Anyway, hopefully the next job makes enough money to cover the bills. Hey, future Patrick here, and I am going to actually record a voiceover for what's going on right now, because I didn't record any of my talking while I was doing this. I wasn't sure if I was going to use this footage, but after I dropped off the load that I just did here in Rhodes, I spun my truck around and headed back for the ferry to go to Athens. And I really should have slept before I left here, but my plan was to go down here, and I noticed there was a sleeping point and a photo opportunity point on the way back to the ferry, so I drove down to there. Also, along the way, there was a cutscene location, and of course, I decided to stop and take care of that. I cut the actual cutscene out of this video to save time, because I know this is going to be over a 45-minute video. If you turn right here, it goes down to that photo opportunity place that is also a sleep area. So I cut all of that out too. Basically, I went there, I slept, I moved time forward, and then I took a screenshot. Okay, if you look over to the right there, you can see the beach. It looks really nice. They did a pretty good job of it. There's a lot of chairs. They didn't put too many pedestrians out there. I figure if you add too many pedestrians, it probably hurts performance of the game. There's a few out there, but it's mostly an empty beach. But the beach itself looks pretty nice, I think. I like the way the water looks. They're doing a really good job with water in this game. And ETS2. That's ATS also. I heard somebody the other day talking about wondering, is ETS2 coming out soon? No. I don't think there are any thoughts of an ETS2. I really think they're going to keep developing ATS and ETS2 for the long term. It's not like Farming Simulator where they keep putting out a new version of the same game over and over and over. I started Farm Sim at 19, and I didn't know anything about the history of Farming Simulator. I liked the game. When 22 came out, first thing I noticed from watching videos on YouTube was this looks a lot like Farm Sim 19. They added seasons to the base game, but Seasons was a mod, and honestly, in 19, I didn't like Seasons. I stuck with the base game for time and I even had, I think I had crops set to fastest growth. But anyway, looking back now, that was too repetitive, and moving to Farm Sim 22 and well, you're not stuck with seasons, but I've grown to like them. 1 month per day. But then 25 came out, and it seems like the biggest feature is fog. And here we are at the ferry. So enough to talk about my issues with Farming Simulator. We're leaving Rhodes. We're going to that port south of Athens. And now, return to Brackenreach. Okay, so I'm back in Athens, and I have a load of Halloween treats, and they're going to Brackenreach. Okay, let's get started. The GPS got a little bit jumbled up here, but hopefully I'm able to find my way out. See, I need to be in the left lane, so I'll get over there. Ah, okay. There's 2 paths here, and I need to be on the left. And I'll stay on the left here. And up here I'll go right and then take a left at the light. And I managed to stop just right so that I could see the light turn green, so that's nice. And it's a tunnel, so you know what that means. Oh yeah. Let's try that again. That's fun. You know, 70 or 80 might be a little too fast here. I did go ahead and set a GPS location to the closest whirlpool or portal to Brackenreach, home of Castle Brackenhelm. wait, yes, here. You know, it's kind of hard to read that GPS sometimes. I feel like something that could probably help is if instead of the entire road marking on the GPS screen being turned red, if it was just a little red line going through the existing gray line. Not here. Here's our turn. So I've already started editing this video that's going to be going out on Friday, and what I found was it's going to be about 20 minutes in before I start the trip to Brackenreach. So this is going to be one of my longer videos for sure. But I did want to make one long video instead of trying to interrupt the tour of Greece and also interrupt the Halloween event. I'm not sure if you understand what I'm saying. I was trying to keep this video being Halloween, but I also wanted to stay in order of going from city to city within Greece. And I'd already been to Athens when at the beginning of the video, passing through to Rhodes, but I thought backtracking would probably be best because from what I could see there were no portals in Rhodes. If I selected a job going to Brackenreach from Rhodes, the portals were still here in Athens. So I thought I might as well just backtrack back to Athens and start the job here. And the portal's coming up here on the right, so in a few minutes we'll be leaving the universe as we know it and entering the alternate dimension where everything is dark and gloomy and nothing is as it seems. Suddenly I hear crows and wolves, and I'm just going to hit enter. Okay, well, we're here, so might as well get started. Nice thing about ETS2 is we get to put high beam lights on the roof and on the grill, so we can really light things up. Now, I have checked out Brackenreach in ETS2, and from what I could tell, it appears to be pretty much the same. So I'm going to turn right here. Looking at the time, it's 10:44. I think the peak brightness here in Brackenreach is sometime around noon. So it's going to slowly get brighter until it starts getting dimmer. And I did forget to set the brightness to 75%. So as I see that I'm accidentally going in circles here, once I get straightened up, I think I'm going to go into the menu and change the brightness to at least 65. Okay, I set it to 60. I really think that's probably actually enough. If you go too bright, it can wash things out a little bit more than necessary. And you also have to remember that it doesn't light up the world alone, it also lights up what's inside the cab with you. And that can kind of distract things. The question I had was, is it easier to go through here in a cab over than in an American long nose semi? And also with a trailer with steering axles. And so far, honestly, maybe a little bit. Maybe not. Honestly, if anything, I think it gave me a little bit too much confidence. I've done this twice now, and I don't remember the exact way to do this. But my plan is to go by and see the three ladies and their stew pot. They also apparently like cats. I noticed there were several of them around their little hut. Oh, circle again. the video came out today showing gameplay from Louisiana, so everybody's kind of been excited about that today, I think. Still no word of when exactly to expect it to be out, but I'm sure it'll be sometime soon. As the tree branch goes through the windshield. The little ornaments over there are going crazy. Okay, from here on out, it's really not that bad. It's kind of windy, and there's that tight bridge. I guess I could go through the cave, but I'm not sure how that would be with the trailer behind me. I know without the trailer in or in ATS, going through the cave was a little tight, but not difficult. Okay, it's already now approaching 1 p.m., which means it's probably going to start getting dark soon, but that shouldn't be too bad. These glowing ferns, I think I might have compared them to some of the plants in No Man's Sky in one of my videos, but they really do. They look like alien plants. And yeah, I did pass the cave. I'm not going to try it with the trailer on camera. Might try when I leave here. I'm hoping I'll be able to get a job out of Castle Brackenhelm that will take me to one of the Greek cities I haven't been to, and I can continue work between cities as usual. Yeah, this is bumpier than I remember it in ATS. It may just be this Volvo truck. It may just be bouncier because it bounces on those ramps going into the ferries. This does get a little bit narrow right here, but still, I see people commenting online about how hard this is, and it's really not. you might get stuck on a tree and have a little trouble getting off of the tree, but it's not that bad. It's a little bit of a challenge, but it's not undoable. I think the average person should be able to do this. But that may just be me, and maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. The question is, will this count me as discovering this for the first time? I guess not. And of course I stopped there to take a screenshot and activate that cutscene. I don't know if you know this, but you don't have to actually watch the entire cutscene for it to be activated. You only have to get it started, and then you can push the escape and stop it. I watched the whole thing in ATS, so I don't need to see it again. So that's what I did there. And this looks like some ivy growing on these trees. I wonder if that's something that's going to be in an upcoming map, or is it already used somewhere? I don't know. Need to slow down. I think through here about 15 needs to be the 15 miles an hour is about as fast as you need to go, and 30 is right around 19. So I really need to be going closer to 20, I think, at the most. But I know the route, and I know that I'm not going to get a lot of damage from going 30 through here, so I've just been kind of going a little too fast. But here's the main road, so everything's fine from here. Yeah, I suspected that was going to be a pretty big bump. Let's let them know we're here as I hit another big bump. And the horse is still in the stable. And this is where we find out where to park. And of course, I know where I'm going to park. Did you notice the glowing face on the tree? I didn't really notice that the first time I came here. When I was picking up the first load out of here, I just happened to notice it while I was taking a screenshot. You'll also notice this time I came around from the other direction so I can back in this way. and I hit it on the first try. Alright, let's see what we get. Okay, well, 7,000 euros. I think in ATS it's about $7,000. So I'm not sure what the exchange rate is. Maybe future me will put it on the screen. But this video has gone on long enough. But I want to say happy Halloween to everybody watching. Don't eat too much candy, you might get sick in the morning. And don't watch too many scary movies. You might not be able to sleep tonight. But thanks for watching, and have a nice day.